Hello everyone, Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Book Reviews. We didn't have an episode last week, so we're going to do a double episode. Unfortunately, that means an enormous amount of books. Before we do that, though, I have a commercial break for you. Buy my new book! It's Horror Waltz. This is a proof, so you've got that thing there. It won't look like that. 10 stories by me, Douglas Waltz. Crazy, crazy, weird stories. And a massively huge cover by Link Polderman. So I'll put the link in underneath whatever. You'll see the link for it. Alright. Alright. First up, we're doing Gang War. Gang War is the new big crossover over at Marvel, involving mostly books I buy, and so one we don't normally get is Spider-Woman. This is a new first issue for her. Steve Fox is the writer. Carola Borelli is our artist. And it's Spider-Woman. She's fighting people, hanging out with Captain Marvel. And Madam Web shows up as well. And they're fighting Hydra. So it's a good book. I don't know why I don't buy Spider-Woman more often, but I think we're going to go ahead and stick around for Spider-Woman. So, first issue, grab it. Good stuff. Alright. Now we have issue 12 of Miles Morales. No Gang War this issue. He's still finishing up the vampire thing with Blade. Cody Ziegler is our writer. Partha Pratim is our artist. And what's worse than a vampire? A super speedster who is a vampire. So, yeah. Fun stuff. It's a really good book. It's lots of movement. The way they do the panel gives it the sense of motion. So it's just fast, fast, fast. They got to fight vampires. Blade's there. Blade's daughter's there. Miles has this cool new costume working with Blade. So that's kind of fun. This is a fun book. Alright. Number 3, Power Girl. How dare you, Power Girl, by the way. Let me find my opener closer here. Gotta be in here somewhere. Oh, let's just go to the end. That's a thing that everybody likes to do. Yep, here we go. Writer, Leah Williams. Penciler, Eduardo Ponsica. Inker, Julio Ferreira. And this episode is called The Last Lion Dies Alone. So in Superman's Fortress of Solitude, he keeps Kryptonian animals alive in remembrance of his home planet. And there's a big Kryptonian lion named Hamlet. And Hamlet is very old and wants to not be around anymore. And so it's her taking care of Hamlet. And this was the saddest superhero comic book I've read in a while. So, good stuff. Alright, here we are. The Last Days of Moon Knight. Number 29. Moon Knight 29. Jed MacKay is our writer. Artist is Federico Sabatini. Before we even talk about this, I want to skip ahead to next issue. Is called The Terminal Seconds of Moon Knight. So at this point it's becoming atrocious. So he has to fight Black Spectre still. And everyone's attacking everyone else. Tigra was on a landmine. She got off the landmine because Soldier came to help her. It's just, I don't know. I feel that they're just kind of dragging off this whole killing off Mark Spector Moon Knight so that his weird friend can become Moon Knight. But I hope they change their mind as quickly as they did it. Gang War, Luke Cage, number 1. We haven't had a Luke Cage comic book in forever because he's been the mayor. Rodney Barnes is our writer. Ramon F. Box is our artist. And it's cool they give you the territory map in New York where all the gangs are. And the biggest problem is Wilson Fisk, a.k.a. the Kingpin, had an anti-superhero rule in the city limits of New York City. And so it's really hard to be a superhero in New York right now. Luke does something that he's never, ever, ever done. This will show you his new costume. That's right, got a costume. I mean an actual superhero costume. So he's putting together a team. First people he recruits, Cloak and Dagger. So I'm up. I like this book. All right. King Kong, The Great War, number 4. Ooh, it rhymed. All right, let's see. Chapter 4. Oh, no, we don't need that. Writer, Alex Cox. Artist, Tommaso Bianchi. We have our bad army men in 1917. Lost on Skull Island. And trying to make their way to the high ground, even though there are lots of things in their way. So, yeah, it's an interesting book. I don't know how long it's going to be around. I mean, I don't know if it's a miniseries. They're not saying it's a miniseries. I don't know how long you could drag out this particular storyline. But it's a good book. The art's great. The writing's great. It's great. Get it. Darkwing Duck number 10. Good heavens, this is still the first week of the ones we missed. Amanda Dybert is our script. Carlo Laura is our art. And the team is off in the ocean looking for the little Murduck. Murduck? Is that it? So, it's an underwater adventure, basically, this issue of Darkwing Duck. There's an interesting giant squid monster named Frank who wears a monocle. And yeah, this is the only thing I don't like is it says at the end of the story, the end for now. Anytime they do that in a comic book, it means they're ending it. And they did mention Justice Duck's coming, but I don't want Justice Ducks. I just want Darkwing Duck. Captain America number 3, the new series of Captain America by J. Michael, I suppose it's Straczynski. Artists are Jesus Saez and Lon Medina. And we have it's a lot of like what's going on in the present and the past. Misty Knight calls him in because there's somebody killing people, and this weird script is all over the walls. And it's interesting because sometimes you need Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange can't be everywhere. So what he has done, excuse me for the cough, he has made little tiny figurines of himself. Doctor Strange has. You put it down and you say, "There's no place like home." And he embodies that little figurine and helps you with your mission. So, kind of neat. This is a weird one. Plus we get the backstory when Steve wasn't Captain America yet. And apparently there's some kind of demon thing going on at the same time. It's busy. It's super busy. So I'm happy with this book. And First Strike, Spider-Man number 1, Gang War. This is a one-shot, I think. So, all right, hold on. Let's get there. Zeb Wells with Cody Ziegler is writing. Joey Vasquez and Julian Shaw are our artists. We have all the bad guys ready to go to town and beat each other up. My favorite thing in this, all the bad guys are around the table. With me so far? There is an insane character named White Rabbit. She dresses like the White Rabbit. She's very pretty, but she has rabbit ears, blonde hair. And she runs in and says, we're late for a very dark, very smoky date because they're in a room full of people smoking cigars and stuff. And Hammerhead's like, what? And she goes, I'm just delivering a message. And she leans into Hammerhead and goes, you look like you put your head out in an ashtray. That's the whole message. And then she just leaves. I love White Rabbit. She's out of her mind. So they want to kill Randy Robinson. Miles is having issues with Peter. The bad guys have decided to just start beating the crap out of people. And Madame Mask is taking a baseball bat to Hammerhead to see if she can break it. So it's like that. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. My favorite part is we finally get a giant crossover where there's not good guys fighting good guys. This is superhero street level, no giant superpowers, just you have to stop the bad guys. Alright, that was the first week. It's time to go to the next week. It's worse. Alright, Blue Beetle number 4. I still don't know what's going on in this comic book. Josh Chirillo is our writer. Adrian Gutierrez is our artist. Jaime is just this bloody scarab fella, tried to kill people he loves, so he's kind of not happy about it, and he hangs out with one of this alien race that apparently lives in the city now. Like I said, it's supposed to be Blue Beetle, but I don't know what happened. Did I really miss that much Blue Beetle? But this is interesting, to say the least, so I'll still keep reading it. That's fine. Sonic the Hedgehog number 67. Oh yeah, we're getting up there. Story by Ian Flynn. Pencils are Thomas Roethlisberger. Inks are Matt Froze. So we've got a possum trying to get girl heroes to, or girl villains, to get into with the Diamond Cutters. And there's like Surge. Surge has a sidekick. Who's Surge's sidekick? Kitsunami Kit the Fennec. And they're trying to get into... And Sonic's all about it. He's like, I'll give everybody a second chance. Sometimes third chance. Remember that time when Knuckles tried to kill me? You know, all of his friends at one time tried to beat the crap out of Sonic the Hedgehog. So he's like, why not give him a chance? Who cares? Lanolin, my favorite, is dead set against it. She's like, we'll try him out, but I ain't buying it. So, yep, they're just trying to infiltrate the Diamond Cutters and get them all, I don't know, messed up, I guess. And next issue, Sonic and Tails are reunited finally. Daredevil number 4, look at that. Look at that cover. Bullseye and Daredevil. Together again. So let's see. Saladin Ahmed is our writer. Guillermo Peralta? Tell me if I get it wrong. So Daredevil's hunting because there's bad guys on the street. He is in his new Father Matt persona, and Ben Urich doesn't recognize him, which is weird because it's just Matt Murdock dressed like a priest. Nothing has changed. Also, Ben Urich might be possessed by a demon. So it's an interesting book, and I've noticed what Marvel's doing with their books. This book is $4.99. It's thicker. They're just putting out more page content. I do like when Matt exorcises the demon on the street to save his friend Ben Urich. So, and next issue, apparently he's getting a fight with She-Hulk. There's a famous Frank Miller book where he had to fight the Hulk. He had to stop him from moving, and it's Daredevil. He's really just an acrobatic guy with radar sense. The Hulk, on the other hand, is not. So, where are we at? Birds of Prey number 4. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The artwork on these things is awesome. Written by Kelly Thompson, art by Leonardo Romero. They are trying to save Sin, who is something to Black Canary, and so they're on Paradise Island beating the crap out of Amazons. Big Bart is beating the crap out of Wonder Woman. Black Canary's there. Harley Quinn's having a blast. There's the one person I don't know. The one Batgirl that I like is really cool. My favorite thing is the fight scenes because it moves. It's fight, big fight. So it's a great book. Like I said, I love the artwork. I feel like I'm back in like 1972. The color coding and everything like that. It's just the prettiest book. I hope it never gets canceled, which means that it will. Alright, Gang War Spider-Man. Number 39. Here we go. We got the team. We got Spider-Woman. We got Daredevil, Elektra. We got Miles Morales. We got She-Hulk. I don't know why she would wear barbed wire knuckles. She doesn't need them. Zeb Wells is our writer. John Romita Jr. is our penciler. Scott Hanna is our inker. Romita's been gone for a while. So it's all the gangs. They're attacking each other. AIM is attacking Ringmaster, who hypnotizes his army. There's some really great splash page artwork here with everybody. Miles is still mad at Peter, and Miles can do a thing now with his electrical power where he can make a sword. And She-Hulk even picks on him. She's on Peter. It's like, can you make a sword? No. It also has, let's see, White Rabbit's in it, and she's like, we got to save the day. And she goes, oh, my umbrella's jammed. It's like, couldn't you bring a gun? And she goes, like a peasant. And then she goes, the heck with it. I'll use my hands. She goes to fight and says, Night of the Lepus mother, and then an explosion happens before she can finish that sentence because it's a comic book. So there you are. Tombstone's back and up and at it. Spider-Man gets called out during a fight with giant monsters. She-Hulk says, "You're standing behind me." He goes, "I'm not. I was respectfully letting you speak." And it's like, you're clearly behind me. So that was fun getting Spider-Man called out. I love seeing this much of White Rabbit. Hammerhead don't look good. Madam Mask has turned him into a lump. And Tombstone's back to fight. So this is it's just starting. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of a long list of comic books that don't end until March. So I'm very excited for this crossover. Hey, we brought a book back that I'm fond of, Larson Orcs. This is called The Gift. I love the Orcs books. Written and illustrated by Christine Larson. And apparently the Tree of Life that was in the last one, which wasn't the gift, it was the curse, has been attacked by the evil sorcerer, and the Wolf Clan is there to fight about it. They get to fight a dragon, which is not a big dragon, but it does have fire. They invite the elves to the party. We find out that one of the kids has a power where if they wish for something, it just happens. So when she wished that the hallucinogenic mushrooms had got their way to the stew instead of the regular mushrooms, well, let me put it to you this way. It's a party. Even the wolves, they throw the food at the giant wolf that's going to eviscerate them. And the wolf is all of a sudden just high as balls. And then you get a cute psychedelic artwork thing like that. So, fun. So, yep, I'm glad they're back. I wish they stuck around, but I like the little story arc, so I won't complain. Oh, I don't read that. All right, here we go, folks. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Yes, we've already reviewed issue 1. This is issue 1, but this is the Battle Roar sound effects variant cover. Lucky for me, it peels right like this. It is in a protected plastic bag. After I show you what it does, it's going back in the protected plastic bag and will live there unless someone wants to see it. So, and you have to open the book all the way. Nice cover too, right? So I'm going to go ahead and open it so you can get your Godzilla roar on. You ready? Here we go. Hello? Well, it worked earlier. So apparently it only works if you read it like a book? Well, let me try this. Hold on again. Well, that's weird. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Well, that's just weird. So if you hold it this way, but oh, excuse me, my camera person is telling me I'm running out of time. You mean like battery? Like, what do you mean time? I'm allowed to have it as long as I want. Is it telling me there's no room on my hard drive? Oh, we're not gonna die yet though, right? All right, hold on.
Seconds.
All right, gotta go. Thanks for coming. Read a comic book. Sophie Fio saw you this weekend. We went and saw the new Miyazaki movie. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Bye.